just got to mentally prepare myself for whatever Miraculous Ladybug's about to put me through. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only your girl, the cartoon hotspot. And in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Miraculous London, Edge of Time. Or was it The Race Against Time? You know what? I have no idea because they keep changing the names as quickly as Lila keeps changing her identities. The day is finally upon us and it's been about a year since we last got Miraculous Ladybug content. So I'm kind of excited, I'm kind of nervous because we all kind of know where I am with the show, my feelings towards the direction of the series. And if you've been paying attention to my last couple of videos, you would know that I'm not quite happy with how the series has, just gone in general. But you would also know that the Miraculous Ladybug specials are always top tier. Like, the series might be a bit, but the specials always eat. I don't know what's going on in that writer's room. I don't know why. I don't know if they just decide to lock in randomly when it comes to the specials, but the specials are always quite fantastic. So I am kind of excited in that sense. Not gonna lie, Miraculous literally only has like 10 seconds to wow me. Otherwise we're wrapping it up. Like, do you know you have 30 minutes? Yes, 30 minutes,
Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Are you kidding me?
30, yes.
I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts as I go along. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is G and I make videos on Miraculous Ladybug, Winx Club, literally anything that has caught my attention, and I like to analyze them from a writer's perspective. So if that's something you're interested in, why don't you subscribe, give this video a like, and turn on that bell button for post notifications. Without further ado, let's begin. I'm sorry, the music is gagging me. If there's one thing the Miraculous Ladybug franchise knows how to do, is to eat with the soundtrack. I'm always very excited to play the very beginning of the specials because the soundtrack, the way they remix the Miraculous Ladybug intro, I'm always like, they always deliver.
Looks like there won't be time. Yep, it just started. What just started? What's happening? The end, Mini-Me. The end of time. What?
Hold on. No, I'm gagged. You're telling me older Bunnix knew that someone was going to make the wish and she didn't tell younger Bunnix until now? So younger Bunnix is the one that has to solve, and fix everything.
That same day they meet. But Marinette can't bring herself to tell Adrian she loves him. And anyway, Adrian is smitten with Ladybug.
I feel like this special sort of acts as an epilogue to the first narrative arc.
This is when Ladybug gets proof that Gabriel aggressed his Monarch. Nothing's changed either.
I'm getting PTSD from the finale. Guys, it's so bad. That finale really broke my heart. And not in like a very shock value way, like, oh my gosh, like this finale was so emotionally invoking. No, it literally broke my heart because I didn't like it. And I'll have to relive it. So I just felt like mentioning that. I just felt like being a hater.
We have a live report from Clara Cantard, who is flying in a helicopter above Paris. Can you confirm everything's over?
Yes.
Hold on, but how did Bug Noir know exactly where Adrian is being locked up? When Natalie dies in front of Bug Noir, does she tell her where Adrian is staying? Because all I remember is her telling her to de-transform so Gabriel can't detect her. So how do we get from here to here?
That I was, but instead that he remembers the times I tried to be a good father.
Boo! Tomato, 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 tomato. Good father, where? Where?
So it's over? Yes. Over. But Adrian cannot find out. You're blinded by love, Marinette. But if this is your wish, I'll honor it.
Oh, because not gonna lie, from the trailers, I was like, is Kagami really gonna stand for Marinette, like, pretty much lying to Adrian? I don't want Marinette fans to jump me because I myself, I'm a Marinette fan, and you guys know how I feel about Marinette keeping the secret. I agree with Kagami to an extent. I feel like it's not Marinette's call to make keeping that secret from Adrian. Yes, I understand from a perspective that you don't want to hurt the person you love and tell him the truth, because yes, the truth can sometimes be harmful, even if it's what you need to hear. But I feel like keeping the truth is just as harmful, especially in this specific scenario.
There's still one last problem. Your mother, Kagami, she was Monarch's accomplice. She put the world in danger.
How does she know that?
Normally, I should bring her to justice. I don't want to make you suffer.
If she has nothing else to lose anymore, she could admit everything and reveal that Gabriel Agreste was Monarch.
Girl, what do you mean you don't want to make Kagami suffer? Okay, Marinette, baby girl, I love you to bits and pieces, but I feel like you're way too empathetic and way too forgiving to the most nastiest people who don't deserve your compassion. Like, what do you mean you don't want to make her suffer? Kagami is already suffering because she's living with an abuser.
Everyone can change. My mother as well. I'll talk to her.
You sure?
Let me at least try.
So she can tell Kagami the truth, but she can't tell Adrian the truth? Because what is the difference between Kagami and Adrian? They're practically in the same predicament. So she gave Kagami the choice to at least tell her mother, and if things don't work out, then yeah, Marinette can go ahead and, you know, bring Kagami's mother to justice. But what?
Your father was a hero. Your father was a hero.
Girl. She nearly had it. She nearly told him. It was literally at the tip of her tongue. Your father was a hero. Not even you believe that, girl.
The truth
I'm
is,
sorry. Even the gorilla is gagged. I think that's the most facial expression we've gotten from the gorilla. I forgot his name because they revealed it in like... What was it? They revealed his name at some point, but I just forgot it. So I'm just going to keep calling him the gorilla. Sorry. Yeah, no, that reaction sent me, I'm not gonna lie. He was like, I know you're lying. Hero and Gabriel Agreste in the same sentence.
Monarch was forcing your father and Mrs. Tsurugi to work for him. He forced them to design the alliance rings in order to turn the entire world against me.
Oh my gosh, okay, this is where my film student terminology starts kicking in, right? Okay, let's go. You see this specific scene, right? Okay, I just want to show off for a bit. Where the camera is tilting, that's known as a Dutch angle, right? And this Dutch angle is used to signify a very like uncomfortable, like uneasy scene. We're not meant to feel comfortable in this specific scene, and not gonna lie, I don't feel comfortable either. Like, I don't feel comfortable with all of these lies. I don't feel comfortable in protecting an abuser and a mass terrorist, because yes, Gabriel Agreste / Hawkmoth is a terrorist. I don't feel comfortable in all of these like convoluted lies that Marinette is formulating. I get why she's doing it, but I don't have to agree with it.
Why didn't you save him? And even if something had happened to him, aren't your magic ladybugs supposed to repair everything? This isn't possible. You have to be wrong.
I swear.
Not his eyes being red.
If he hadn't locked me in here, I could have saved him.
Believe me, there's nothing you could have done.
Okay, no, I don't agree with this. Sorry, I feel like this is an instance of a bit of sloppy writing. You could have broken out Adrian. And I'm not blaming him. Obviously, he's a victim. Like, my issue with like that specific scene where Adrian gave up his Miraculous is the fact that it's the finale. So the stakes are already this high. There is no point lowering the stakes when they're already at an all-time high. You generally have nothing to lose. I feel like if Adrian broke out of the prison instead of just crying and giving up and, you know, telling Plague to find Ladybug, sure, Gabriel would have found out that Cat Noir is Adrian because he's broken out using Cataclysm or whatever. But that's fine. That still would have been a better resolution than what we've got. My poor son-in-law, he deserves better. Like, Adrian Agreste, I will avenge you. One way or another, I will avenge you. I'm not sure how, but I will. Okay. Adrianette are my babies. Like, no matter how I feel the writers wrote Adrianette this season, they are, at the end of the day, a ship that I do not play about.
I did the right thing, didn't I? I had no choice. You understand, right?
Well,
None of us is the Kwame of truth, Marinette.
Not Tiki gagging her. Like, oh, none of us is the Kwame of truth, so we can't tell you what you did was right. Tiki sometimes be a bit shady, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you watch the earlier seasons, you will know that Tiki is so shady towards Marinette. You might tell a joke, Tiki, but you will never tell a lie.
Stop thinking and get some rest. You probably need it.
Yeah, girl, like, you do need it. I get Marinette, like, that is a 14-year-old girl forced to carry the burdens of a 40-year-old man who decided to commit mass terrorism and then dump all of his problems and secrets onto a 14-year-old girl. I get her. I truly do. Like, I don't want you guys thinking that I am not sympathetic towards Marinette. By the way, I'm wearing my Marinette top, so yeah, I'm in solidarity with Marinette. By the way, you can get this from harryanahook.com. Use my code HOTSPOT30 for 30% off. Just have to do quick little promo, you know. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think that I'm like completely against Marinette and like I don't understand her decisions whatsoever. Like, again, I am a Marinette stan, but girl, not even you believe that it was the right thing to do. Otherwise you would not be asking.
Tiki, run! Someone's making a wish, but how could anyone do that without the miraculous? Noir's ring! My earrings!
Okay, hold on. So someone took the earrings and the ring. So Gabriel made the wish and now someone else is making another wish. But this wish is to wipe out everyone? Is that what it's about? That's why Bunnix had to quickly swipe her into the burrow?
Why are they all black?
It's like we're at the movies and the film has ended. There's nothing more to see.
The end of our universe?
That's a bit dramatic, but yeah.
What do you mean that's a bit dramatic? It's literally what's happening. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, it's literally what's happening.
I know. There was this one single time when I renounced my miraculous. If Cat Noir can't capture the Akumas, then just find another ladybug. I told you, I'm not...
I knew it. So, I predicted in my theory video that she was going to go back to the Origins episode. That's when future Marinette comes in and borrows it. Okay, this kind of changes my perspective about the entire series, because when the finale premiered and I thought like, wait, this finale just doesn't make any sense whatsoever in terms of how the series was set up and what this natural conclusion of the first narrative arc should have been. Long story short, I said that like, there's no way that the writers could have planned this finale from the very beginning. Like, something along the lines must have changed and they just had to, you know, switch up the direction of the series. But I'm starting to actually think that they did plan this finale from the very beginning. So that means he's always planned on, and by he I mean Thomas Astruc, he's always planned on sidelining Adrian back in 2015. That's what he decided just from the get-go. I'm starting to see why a lot of people tuned out by season 3, and they had the right idea. I should have done the same thing, but my delusional ass decided to give this series one more chance. Now look where it ended up.
Whoa, I feel like that was like 10 years ago.
Not them. No, they're sick for that. I feel like this was 10 years ago. For us, it was. Okay, I was 12 when I started this show. I'm 21 right now. I have lost 9 years of my life watching this show and going insane about it. But you know what? I don't regret it.
Tiki?
This is the last transformation sequence with this animation. I'm low-key getting very emotional. Also, why is she yellow? I forgot to mention, why is she yellow? Like, what? Yellow, girl? Of all colours? You couldn't have added a little bit of red and yellow? You just picked bright yellow?
Okay, stop. We've seen enough.
This miraculous akumatized villain is kind of OP, like overpowered. Literally, Lila is doing more in 20 minutes than Gabriel has done in the last year. You're absolutely having a laugh.
Precisely. Now we just have to figure out how your secret was uncovered.
I can only think of one possible moment during my final battle against Monarch.
You mean when Gabriel Agras became a hero? Sorry, that wasn't funny.
Alex may tell a joke, but she will never lie.
I could retrieve the miraculous of the butterfly and everything would be back to normal.
I'm not gonna lie, it was an ultimate blunder and it's gonna haunt you for a long time, but it's too late. If you did.
The way she's just whacking her. Like, girl, you need a filter. Read the room. Literally read the room. Got a touch up on my lip gloss. This is also from Harry on a Hook, by the way. I'm taking every opportunity to promote because you guys better support my girl's business. And I think this is a Marinette shade. So yeah, I'm really like in a Marinette attire today. The Marinettification of grace, if you will. I'm sorry, that scene, that set me. I'm sorry, that was so random. I did not expect that. So what? She just gets brought back to life and then decides to zip line into the lair, armed with a crossbow. Like, girl is like, oh, I just died, so yeah, now that I'm brought back to life, I'm gonna kill you. That is crazy.
I was expecting to find Gabriel here, not you. I should have stopped him years ago.
But you didn't. You were busy being a simp for a man who is trying to bring back his dead wife. Stand up. Stand up. Cringe.
I'm not like him, Marinette.
The wish. I should have made the wish for Adrian.
And what would you have sacrificed?
Myself.
Girl, what? This is getting dark. I hope you guys know the implications of that. Marinette sacrificing herself. That is crazy. The things you do for love. May this type of love never locate me. I'm sorry. Sacrifice yourself. I know she's not like in the right headspace because you literally just witnessed a man killing himself. To sacrificing himself. Sacrificing seems noble. I don't think that was noble for Gabriel. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say he sacrificed himself. He did not. At the end of the day, Gabriel Agreste won. He got the last laugh. No matter how you try to spin it. There are layers to this. I don't want to look too deeply into it, but there are actually layers to Marinette saying that she was considering sacrificing herself. Does she not think she's worthy enough to have a life to, you know, grow up and be happy and, you know, live life with Adrian? Because that thought is so dark. I might talk about this in depth in another video, but this is crazy.
But they had to write everything down because they knew that they wouldn't remember once they transformed back. So they needed to keep a record of what they saw. Because they're operating all alone. The super spy and the super ghost are the same person.
It's Lila. Okay, we knew that from the beginning, but that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean when Lila akumatizes herself and then detransform, she won't remember? Because Gabriel Agreste has akumatized himself not once, but twice in The Collector, and he remembered everything. Because I feel like once you akumatize yourself and you're the holder of the butterfly miraculous and you akumatize yourself, you will remember. It's not like the akumatization is completely taken over your mind and like erasing your memory once you detransformed. So what do you mean Lila won't remember? Is it because Lila is much younger than Gabriel? So, the whole, depending on your age, certain miraculous rules doesn't apply to you, etc. I'm onto them. She should remember. And again, it's not like Lila to forget. Like, this is Lila we're talking about. She's a definition of a hater, okay?
Every time the power is used for personal gain, it causes disaster. Power of any nature should only be
Sorry, did she not hear all of that? Did Bug Noir, did she not hear like literally somebody else a couple of meters behind fighting? I don't know, maybe I'm just different, but I would have heard. I sound so cocky. I'm literally just playing. Like 90% of my personality, I'm just playing. I'm hardly ever serious, guys. So if you're new to my channel, like, just know this is just my personality. Like, I'm 100% just joking.
The Kwamis? Where are the Kwamis?
Follow me.
Okay, but just before we move on, the butterfly miraculous fell in the water, in the sewers or whatever it was. Whilst Gabriel and Marinette were fighting each other, literally just kicking each other's asses, that's when Lila appeared in the mansion. But by then there was like a huge hole in the mansion. So did she just jump down and get the miraculous from the water.
Walking down the shore, diving head first down to the ocean floor.
All of this is great, but how did she get the miraculous in the first place? I feel like that's the one mystery that I'm only intrigued about, and I don't think they're going to answer this by the end of the special in classic miraculous style.
Until I've gotten the miraculous of the butterfly back, I can't tell him the truth about his father. Marinette can't tell him something only Ladybug is supposed to know.
But why? Why? Like, who is imposing all of these rules? I must not be following as well as I thought I am. Why can't Marinette tell him what Ladybug knows? Monarch is gone. Evil's been defeated. Just tell him. What have you got to lose? And I know, like, the answer to this from a production standpoint, there's still going to be, like, season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Like, I know they want to milk out the reveal for as long as possible. I get that. Why can't Marinette tell him? Just tell him you're Ladybug and it'll be over and done with. At least there'll be no more secrets between you.
I'm not his mother.
You're the closest thing to a mother he's got. That's why Gabriel Agreste sacrificed himself. It's what finally made him a good father to Adrian. And that...
Girl, no. We're not doing this. We are not telling lies. No, we're not doing this. No. Who wrote this scene? That's what made Gabriel Agreste a good man in the end. I'm not comfortable with the fact that the writers are convincing themselves that this was the right decision to go. I'm not trying to be woke, guys. Like, I'm not trying to be one of those people. And I'm like, trust me, I get it. But I'm just not comfortable with certain dialogue and certain choices that these writers have made. Because why would Marinette say that's what made Gabriel a good man in the end, when she knows all that Gabriel has done to Adrian? Like, final battle aside, Marinette knows what Gabriel has put Adrian through. Even if, like, the finale, you know, took a different turn and Gabriel decided to make the right choice or whatever in some random circumstance, okay? One good choice does not eliminate all the choices you've made, all the bad choices you've made in the past. They're writing Marinette convincing herself that Gabriel was a good man in the end, when that was not the case. He was a terrible person to Adrian and to you. Do not forget that.
The only thing I can fix is the way Adrian will remember his father.
But that would be lying to him.
The truth would hurt him so much more. And for what? Nothing will repair what happened.
True, but lying doesn't repair what happened either. At the end of the day, Adrian will still remember all of what his father had put him through. He will still remember being isolated and alone in that big-ass mansion. He will still remember being forced to break up with Marinette and to move to London. He will still remember every single thing Gabriel Agreste has done. I'm not going to list all of them off because it's way too much. So it's not your call to make, Marinette. I think she's just trying to clear her conscience. And I feel like she carries a lot of, like, guilt for stuff that she cannot control. That's always been a big part of her character, and that is very consistent with her character. So I'm not, like, saying this is, like, completely out of character for her, but it doesn't sit right with me.
The light! When I enter the building, the light is already on, which means someone's been here already, a few seconds before me. They're here, Bunnix. They were always here.
I'm kind of gagged. I'm kind of gagged. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there are some parts of this special that is making me go like, what? And there are other parts that are like, okay, another moment that I kind of want to show off. In the original, like the first time we saw this specific scene at the beginning of the special, I could have sworn there was background music. But now is dead silence, like no soundtrack, no background music whatsoever. The significance of not using music, just, you know, complete and utter silence, is to kind of intensify the scene and kind of make the audience feel kind of weary. And not gonna lie, it's definitely like giving me that vibe. It's definitely giving me that effect. Like, I'm feeling the effect. But yeah, I just wanted to mention, like, as much as I've complained a lot throughout this special, well, I don't think I've complained, but as much as I've, you know, criticized a lot of it, but also praised a lot of it, I think, like, the use of cinematography, the use of music has pretty much been spot on. No pun intended.
This time it's over, super spy, super ghost, or should I say, new hawk moth.
You're blinded by love, Marinette. But if this is your wish, I'll honor it.
Okay, there are multiple ways in which this villain found out Marinette's identity, because in every single scene where Bug Noir is interacting with somebody else, that person has said Marinette. And I think that's the issue with having so many people know your identity. I was never a big fan of Kagami knowing Marinette's identity, and Felix, speaking of which, where is he? It's called the London special. Where is bro? Sorry, that was a slight tangent, but where is he? Bro trauma dumped in the episode representation and threw on like a whole theatre production just to tell Marinette, like, yeah, I'm a sentient being. I stole 14 Miraculouses from you, but you know what? It was for a good cause. Oh, and Gabriel is, you know, Hawkmoth. Your boyfriend's dad is Hawkmoth. I'm gonna go back to London now and you can clear up the mess that's about to unfold. That's legit what Felix did. He just dipped. And there was no reason for him to just disappear. I feel like he could have been useful. So where is he? Is he just chilling and waiting for things to, like, you know, clear up? I'm so sorry, guys. That was a very, very big tangent. But yeah, in every instance, like, there has been at least like 5 opportunities where someone has revealed that Ladybug is Marinette, and that's how this time person is able to just keep going back in time through different portals in order to find out who Ladybug's identity is. Smart villain, not gonna lie.
Wherever or whenever you go, I'll be there, standing in your way. And I can promise you this, I will figure out who you are, and I'll take the Butterfly Miraculous back.
I hope you do, girl, because I'm kind of tired of this. Like, I'm getting grey hairs. It's been 9 years and nothing's been resolved. For your sake and for my sake, I really do hope you find the Butterfly Miraculous. Let's just wrap this up and let me just be free from this show. If any of the writers watch my videos, which I doubt, wrap it up. Wrap it up, please.
Now, it's the end for real.
That's crazy. Like, there's literally no more windows of time. Just a blank space.
Huh? Gabriel Agreste is Ladybug? That's not possible. Gabriel Agreste is dead. Gabriel Agreste cannot be Ladybug. Why did I write that? Did something go wrong with my plan?
No! Girl! Be calm. We're gonna get you some anger management therapy. Be calm. Whoever voices Lila ate in this scene. The voice acting was eating. Like, 10 out of 10.
It didn't work! It didn't work!
Nuru, pick your battles, baby. You are literally with a psychopath and you are screaming, it didn't work, in front of her. Of course she was going to shut you up. But poor baby. Nuru, I will avenge you along with Adrian. I will avenge both of you along with the long list of characters that I need to avenge somehow.
Lying to him or telling him the truth will lead to very different consequences. The important thing about the choices you make in life is how you own up to them. I'm sure you'll rock.
Here's what's going to go down. Later on in the second narrative arc, Adrian will find out from Lila about all of the secrets that Marinette has been keeping. He's going to blow up in her face and be like, why don't you tell me? Like, you blah, 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 and like get angry at her. Understandable. Marinette will have to own up and admit like, oh yeah, keeping the truth was just not the right thing to do. That's her major lesson. Perhaps an Adrianette breakup. I don't like the idea of an Adrianette breakup, but it's looking very likely. They're just literally setting up for the truth to finally be revealed. I don't think the finale was like extremely terrible. I understand that they just need to drag it out for as long as possible. So having Adrian like sidelined and everything, he will eventually find out the truth, like just not now. But I think the issue is like being strung along for so long. Yeah, I hate the finale as much as the next person. And yeah, the finale does open up a lot of avenues for the next narrative arc. If anything, the Miraculous Ladybug writers' main talent is stalling. Something happens, we get disappointed, then something good happens in the series and we think, oh wait, have the writers finally gotten the act together? Do they finally understand the formula of the series and what works best for the show? And then they disappoint us again. And it's just that never-ending cycle that I'm kind of tired of. So I just want to articulate my point a little bit better whilst I'm editing my video. The point that I was trying to make is that the writers do such a good job of setting stuff up and, you know, building up a storyline or building up certain character growth. but then when it comes to executing, it falls a little bit flat. I'm all for all of these lessons that Marinette is learning about keeping secrets. Like, that's great and everything, but we've kind of been through that process in season 4. Like, during season 4, we were so sure, as in we the fandom was so sure, that Marinette was going to tell Cat Noir about Cat Blanc, and they were going to have that conversation, because every writing decision kind of pointed in that direction, and then it just never happened. So as far as we're concerned, all of these lessons that Marinette is about to learn about keeping secrets for Adrian and making decisions for him regarding the truth about his father, are we so sure there's actually going to be a confrontation surrounding that? And quite frankly, this lesson that she's currently learning is a lesson that she has learnt in season 4. Having the characters just learn the same lessons over and over again makes them feel very redundant and slightly annoying. So I get a lot of the hate towards Marinette, but I don't think it's should be directed to her. I think it should be directed to how the writers choose to write her characters.
I was wrong. The real danger is having you all here together. Spreading the power will make us stronger together.
I don't know how I feel about like 14 of Marinette's classmates all just running around with the Miraculous, including Felix, by the way. I think the show was better when it was just like 5 heroes, like the core 4 plus Chloe, Queen Bee. Oh well. She's given all the Miraculouses away. Can't really stop her, can I?
Yes, I'm familiar. I should have been there. I'm so sorry.
I love my Lady Noir moments. Like, Lady Noir for the win. That is my ship. And I will stand 10 toes behind them.
I let go of the butterfly Miraculous.
We'll get it back again. You and me. Like old times.
You cannot try trick me. You will not get me. Astrip, you will not get me. What do you mean you and me? Like you and me like old times. That's what you told us from the very beginning, 10 years ago. Why did Marinette say you can't even tell she couldn't even tell Cat Noir? Like, who said you can't tell Cat Noir? You literally can. Not telling Adrian is one thing, but what's her excuse for not telling Cat Noir? At the end of the day, that is her partner. And they did start out this battle together.
So, you really think you can outsmart me? Huh, Ladybug? We'll see who finds who first.
And that's the end of the special. Okay, wow. So on a scale of 1 to 10 of how much I enjoyed this special, I'm gonna give it a solid 5. And I know that sounds really, really harsh, but hear me out. Hear me out, okay? The reason why my ranking is a bit low, because usually all of the specials that we've watched, so the New York, Shanghai, and Paris, they've been on the upper end of the scale. They're like, I usually give them like a 7, 8, sometimes even a 9 if I'm feeling really generous, especially the Paris special. That special 8, okay? But the reason why the London special is a 5 out of 10 for me is not necessarily anything to do with the special, but more with why the special exists. I feel like the special kind of justifies the way in which the season 5 finale was concluded. And I'm gonna say it again, if you have to have an entire 45-minute special to kind of wrap everything up and explain like this is why things ended the way it did, maybe it wasn't a good writing decision in the first place. In terms of the actual like content itself, like it was quite enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. Like I came into this very blind, very open-minded. I was trying to be as, the least negative as possible. Really just wanted to like enjoy myself, because I don't like complaining about my favorite series. I don't do it for fun, okay? Like I'm not one of those YouTubers who sit and make tons and tons of videos quite literally hating everything about the series, which, by the way, those videos always do well, so get the bag. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit around and, complain about a series that I love. I really tried to be as positive as possible for this video. And for the most part, I did enjoy the special. Like, again, the action was great. I will say I am still very intrigued by season 6. So yeah. All right, positives about this special. I do really like how we were in the headspace of Marinette and Bunnix and how we were going along, the journey with them and trying to figure out everything. I liked how everything came full circle, because at the beginning I was a bit confused. In the middle, they kind of lost me. But then at the end, everything kind of made sense. It's like solving a puzzle. I think they did that quite well in the special. So for what it's worth, I think they did a decent job. The animation was beautiful as always. Thank you, SAMG. I feel like I just had to say that because the work that they've done in the last past decade has been incredible, and it is sad to see them go. And what else was great about the special? I liked seeing Lila in action. I think she's definitely a big threat. So I am very excited to see Chrysalis. I think that is her like villain name. Did I also mention like blonde definitely suits her? Stick with the blonde, girl. Stick with it. Suits you. Same way how brown is suiting me and not plain black. Just felt like throwing that in there. What else did I like about the special? I think that's it. What I didn't like about the special, I predicted that Adrian was going to be the akumatized villain. I was completely wrong about that. Completely wrong. So I really did think he'd be more involved in the special. I don't really think we saw him grieve that much. I thought we were going to see him, you know, like figuring out life without his father, you know, that kind of stuff. Maybe we might see that in season 6, because I saw some spoilers here and there about like what Adrian is doing in season 6. Apparently he's taken up a new hobby, running away from his problems. Oh, who said that? I mean, it was a bit of a reach to assume that Adrian would be involved in this special, because someone does figure out Marinette's identity and obviously he can't know. So I think that was I think I was like being a bit delusional on my end by like trying to convince myself that this special will be good for Adrian. I was wrong. Those were my thoughts. That was my reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm interested now to know your thoughts. What did you guys think of the London special? Let me know down in the comments below. But as for today, that's it from me, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!